Okay, it's take two, but I'm doing this video because of Ryan from Underground Reptiles. Wanted to know what we do to prepare for winter. And as you look around out here, you can see snow. Well, I do have a collection of reptiles, some rodents, mealworms, superworms, and dubia roaches that I keep. Sell superworms and mealworms. And actually, as you can see, I got a shed here. Okay. And I decided to move all my reptiles out. And as you can see, here's the good old snow. We're in Kansas. Miltonville, Kansas. But I decided to move all my reptiles out to this shed. So in order to winterize this, of course I had to insulate it. As you can see the insulation if you kind of zoom in right here in the window, because I insulated it up real nice. So basically I took this 24 by 12 shed and just basically put me a room out here. And what we have here, as you can see, this is the wall, the new wall. The old wall is 8 foot back, which is the edge of the, the end of the shed. So I basically come in here and I put this wall up. Okay, so as we walk on in here, you can see, here's my little homemade door with 2 hinges on it, and my handy dandy crafty, how would you say, door holder. Trying to think of words to say here that just basically holds the door tight. So this is where you get in. I'm pretty nifty here. I've got some real good engineering skills here. Let me turn on this light. One thing I'm going to try to do is be very cautious of the use of this camera, because earlier I tried to do a video for out here, and one, it was not good looking because of the what I was using to film it with was an old iPad. Man, I can't talk. I was talking so much better earlier. But anyway, as you can see, here we are inside this room. Okay. Earlier this season, after I got all this insulated, what I have here is I have R19 up on the ceilings, as you can tell. And I haven't put up any kind of wood or anything to cover this insulation. As you can see, and I just only on this one I had some extra board that I put a piece on here because I had to use some R11 up here, so I kind of wanted to put some extra. As you can tell, I put an extra piece of insulation there. And like I said, R19 on the ceiling, and then I got R11 on the walls. Not bad. I mean, it works good. I wanted R13, but you could never get it in the 23-inch R13. So I had to buy rolls of R11, and there's not that much difference in that. So as you can see, one of my mice here has jumped up. But what I keep out here is what you see. I go around, I have mealworms. This is my daughter, my oldest daughter's boa. And then here's my ball python. And then here's our happiest animal of all, but you're not going to see him because he likes to not come out but at night. This is a tokay gecko, and this is my engineered way of putting a light on this thing because I'm using a 20 long tank. So I got that. And then of course here's a corn snake. You're not going to see him either. He just kind of hiding. And of course here's my pastel ball python, and I do plan on breeding the pastel to the normal because I will get so many pastels, and I'd like to get another pastel male to do super pastels. Then over here we have she's always happy. I think it's because she's lower, but this is I built this cage and I put it outside in the winter time, or in the summertime. So it goes outside and she goes out and enjoys basking in the sun. So I really don't give her no kind of D3 in the winter because she's out for at least a good 4 months out of the year. So, you know, very seldom. Haven't had any problems doing that. She eats just dubia roaches mainly, some greens. Then here you won't see her either because she's in the hide there. That's a leopard gecko. Basically a rescue. I would like to see, and then of course in here, but you won't probably see these guys either. It's going to be like one of those boring videos. But Ryan asked, you know, what do you do to winterize? So you can see in there, there's some roach activity. Dubia roach, nothing that invades your house. But there's another thing, my wife didn't really want those in the house, which I don't blame her. You know, you never know. And of course in Florida, where Ryan's from, you can't have those because they can be invasive. So anyway, like I said, I have my mice and stuff over here. But this is the way I set up my deal. Okay. And I'm no big time breeder. I do breed crested geckos. And look to, like I said, breed ball pythons. But I'm in no big hurry. I'm basically retired. And I do have, I'll show you if I can open it without making the camera go crazy. Trying, well, maybe not. But in here, you see through the dust, I have 2 crested gecko eggs due to hatch around February 5th. So I just had some hatch December 30th and 31st of last year. Nothing like bringing in the new year with new babies. So anyway, but yeah, and over here, like I said, I got my mealworms. It's my beetles here. They're doing their thing. They're breeding. I've produced over 2,000 of these guys probably. Here's your little pupa that are in there waiting to turn into beetles. Let's see if I can lift this up. You can see the super worms in here. They're just kind of laying around, which tells me they're getting ready to pupate or turn into pupa. So there you go with that. And then this is an extra box. It's got the stuff I sifted out so I don't throw it away. Also here is my superworm beetles, and underneath I counted them yesterday because I always just do a stacking system. Counted them yesterday and quit at 600, but I got 600 plus superworms in that. And another thing I didn't really get to, as probably should, is how do I heat this thing? Well, I was using this heater right here, which is like a Eden Pure heater, quartz heater, yeah. But you can tell the elements I got sitting up on top, 2 of them went out and it got really cold. And I noticed it kept running and running and running. I'm like, well, I don't want a 15 watt heater running constantly. So I had a friend that had a heater, something like this, well, oil filled heater. And I borrowed it for about 2 or 3 days and I realized, well, hey, that thing works pretty good for just radiating heat. So I went and I bought one. And as you can see, since we're lower to the floor, it says it's 70 degrees and it's on medium power right now, like 900 watts instead of 15. But that's kind of floor, because this is the only thing that I didn't really get too crazy about insulating was the floor. But I do use this Vornado fan right here to pull the air up off the floor and circulate it around. If I didn't, you would be so hot it would up when you walk in here, it'd be crazy. But I do like this temperature. I always look at this one on the wall. If you can read that, it says 80. Let me go up. 80 degrees, and that's why I love to keep it in here, at least 80. So, but yeah, I just, you know, I seen the video that Ryan posted, and I liked it, and then he said something about winterizing. So hey, this is what I did, man. And I didn't put my crested geckos out here. I do breed those, but I didn't put them out here because they're kind of a room temperature animal until I get a better. I know they can go up to about 82 degrees, but I have walked in here a few times and it be, you know, with the weather, it's been kind of sketchy around here. The lowest temperature that's ever gotten in here is 67 with a negative 2-degree temperature outside with a negative 15 degree wind chill. So this place, it stays heated pretty good. So that's not bad, 67 for a low in those kind of conditions. So but yeah, I'm just kind of rambling, but there lays the pastel. She's a pretty cool animal. She's kind of feisty. But we do have mice babies here. Had good luck with those guys. I am going to build a rack system for them, just haven't done it yet. I'm on a budget. So I got 4 kids, one in college and a grandkid that lives with me. So yeah, so there's a lot going on and to keep up with all this, so but I enjoy it, you know. We're not going to ever get rich doing this, but we can darn sure at least provide the food for our animals, and maybe one day we can expand and be something, but until then we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and as you noticed, just as a way to save a little money, you got all your shredded papers and stuff you get from when you shred. Some people shred stuff. I have my father and mother-in-law save their stuff, and I use it sometimes as bedding, even though I use bedding although it's a pine bedding, it's kiln dried, so I never had any problems with it. I've learned that from a guy that also breeds rodents and stuff. Works pretty good. So anyway, folks, I better stop rambling. I will make more videos in the future, just so you guys can kind of check out what I do. Why not? I mean, I like to help guys, people, you know, whoever needs the help. I'm on YouTube, and this video will be soon. So hopefully you like this, Ryan. I wanted to do this for you because you said something about it, and I really put a lot of effort into this, although it's just in its first stages. Alright, later guys. Thanks for watching.